Hi, my name is Jason. I'm here to discuss the issue on why we should legalize prostitution and licensed brothels. According to Gerda Lerner, prostitution has been among us since 2400 BC as a form of entertainment. It is currently illegal in all states except Nevada due to the Mann Act of 1910, which is a law against prostitution that states prostitution or debauchery or for any other immoral purpose is now illegal. With this law in place, prostitution has been moved underground, making it easier for pimps to mistreat and abuse prostitutes. Though Nevada is the only state that has legalized prostitution, it happens everywhere. The only difference is that if prostitutes outside of Nevada are caught, they are arrested, sued, and punished for this act, and on top of that, while they are prostituting, their pimp is harming them. If it were legal in all 50 states, brothels, which are houses in which prostitutes can work legally, could be placed in various areas, keeping prostitutes safe, and start to form some rights that would help them. Our plan text is that the U.S. should legalize prostitution and license brothels. 3 reasons that I believe will help support the argument of legalizing prostitution and brothels are: legalizing prostitution in the United States would bring in money to the economy, and keeping prostitution illegal only dehumanizes people, and lastly, it would help prostitutes preserve and exhibit the rights guaranteed to them just as they are guaranteed to all other human beings, rather leaving them to fend for themselves with no form of protection or justice on their side. To my first point, that legalizing prostitution in the United States would bring money into the economy, since we currently spend a lot of money trying to stop prostitution with no positive outcome, only because it will still occur while other prostitutes are doing it. Then we should instead use that money to regulate the business. We could be saving more than $120 million that we spend on trying to control it. We could use that money to control prostitution and bring in money to the economy. According to an article on Listline, in countries where prostitution is illegal, billions of dollars are spent on dealing with it. In the U.S., law enforcement agencies spend at least $2,000 for each arrest of a sex worker. That includes arrest, court, and imprisonment costs. And with a vast number of sex workers in the country, it costs the government more than $120 million a year on prostitution control. And we could tax legal brothels. And according to the same report, each sex worker in Nevada earns as much as $3,000 per week. And let's not forget the fact that there are others who earn more. If all sex workers are licensed and required to pay taxes in the U.S., just imagine how much tax revenue will the country get by this industry. My second point is that illegal prostitution in the United States only dehumanizes the people. People are being involved in human trafficking. According to the same article, in Germany, when they legalize prostitution, cases of human trafficking significantly decreased by 10% from 2001 to 2011. But what's better than this is the fact that only a few numbers of children are involved in sex trades, because young ones are not forced to join sex trade there. The average age of sex workers in Germany is 31. And then children are being forced into illegal prostitution. According to the same article, children prostitution is a significant global problem, both in developed and undeveloped countries. According to research, there may be at least 10 million children victimized through prostitution. In the United States, more than 100,000 children are enslaved as child prostitutes, and it is continuously rising each year. And prostitutes in the U.S. are being victimized. According to Aaron Fuchs from the Business Insider, said that a study of San Francisco prostitutes found that 82% had been assaulted and 68% had been raped while working as prostitutes. Another study of prostitutes in Colorado Springs found there were 18 more times likely to be murdered than non-prostitutes, their age and race. My third point is that legal prostitution will protect the right of the people. Prostitution is a victimless crime. According to an article of Listland, it said that sure, some women in prostitution, particularly those who are kidnapped and held against their will, are victims. But I believe that for the most part, prostitution is a victimless crime, just like what other people are saying. Some women who are in the business choose to offer their service willingly, and no one forces them to. And prostitution women are not protected by rights. According to Daniel Raphael from the Huffington Post, says that despite this, according to the Bureau of Justice statistics in 2010, there were over 60,000 arrested for prostitution, a crime which there should not be a victim, but because of a long-withstanding taboo, there are many victims. And women don't have the right to their body. According to Listland, every human has the right to use the body according to their will. If a sex worker wants to rent out her body in exchange of money, then fine. That's her right. And no one has a right to tell anyone what to do with her own body and life, especially just because it doesn't adhere to other people's moral principles or beliefs. By legalizing prostitution, we would take care of the health of prostitutes, because currently they are not protected outside of brothels. They would be forced to get weekly checkups if they have any kind of STDs. And then Kansas is putting a stop on trafficking currently. According to Wenzel from the Wichita Eagle, Kansas Attorney General Derek Schmidt, who wrote much of it, said it was inspired and shaped in part by countryman Roosevelt. She came to him early as 2007. He said, when he was the Republican majority leader in the Kansas state, asking that he help change state law regarding trafficking. Children will be saved from this underworld of sex trafficking. According to the same article, but where that law defines sex workers as prostitutes, they will now be defined as victims. He said, so much of the conversation we've had about these victims for many years is just wrong. These are human women said. They are victims and they are survivors.